Hi guys, welcome back to Surviving Infidelity. Today's video, the story is titled, I'm so devastated right now. Before we get into the video, just want to remind you once again of the Patreon channel in the description. If you want to check it out. You don't have to. And we'll get straight into the video, guys. Actually, before we get into the video, this is a two-part video. So once again, there'll be this part, which is part 1, and then there'll be a part 2 uploaded whenever I can upload it. I don't even know where to start. This is a long story. The only reason I even found this sub is because this has been trapped in my head all day and I haven't been able to speak to anyone about it. Please be kind. So, I've been married 16 and a half years with my wife 21. Okay, so they've been married for 16 and a half, but they've been together for 21 years, I'm assuming. We have had our up and downs. When I met her, she was the most nicest, kindest woman I'd ever met. I literally told her she was going to be my wife 2 minutes after meeting her. We have 2 kids that are my entire world. After our second child, she started to get distant, depressed, and different. I thought she was struggling with depression. She refused to look into it. She wanted couples counselling, but this was during the recession, and I was working 4 jobs and a side business just to barely make it another month. Oh my god, that's a lot. I couldn't afford another $50 a week, especially when she wouldn't talk to me. I asked her what was wrong, and she'd always say, I don't know. That seems very much, it could be postnatal depression or something. It's very common in women to get depressed after having children. For someone that does have mental health issues, that is very a normal response when you are depressed. Because I do that. I don't know why I'm sad, don't know what's wrong, but I'm not okay, you know? Sometimes she'd be great, others she'd be mean and disrespectful. Once we were back on our feet, I begged her to go to counselling with me. She eventually said okay, but I don't think she liked it. We went to a woman that I think she thought was going to just tell us that I was doing everything wrong and needed to do better. She didn't, at all. At first she told me the same thing I did. I can't work with I don't know. So my wife said she needed more help around the house. Cool. This was 2015. Since then, I've worked 3 jobs, vacuum the house, empty the dishwasher and sink daily, help with the laundry, take out the trash, and straighten up the house. Things were good for a bit. That's a lot of stuff to take. Then she got mean again. This time, she started snapping on my daughter a lot. Oh. Finally, I pulled her aside and told her that I would never divorce her. I would try to make it work and make our marriage better for as long as it took. But I think because my daughter is so much like me, she was taking her venom out on her. Oh. And I can't allow that. No. No child should be the punching bag. So if she wanted a divorce, that's what we'd do. The next day, she said she wanted to try and make it work. And for a few years, things were good. She even went to a doctor and got prescribed an antidepressant, but insisted on the lowest dose. Fast forward to 2020. Went right back to the meanness and disrespect. But worse, there was a total disdain in her voice whenever she spoke to me, and a look of disgust whenever I showed up somewhere. It hurt. Intercourse was never a problem with us, and we both seemed to really enjoy each other, but when she'd get in those moods, she'd withhold. Still, I never cheated, even though, as a bartender, I have many offers. At one point, my sister told me she just assumed I'd been cheating because she knew my wife wasn't putting out for so long. I told her I'd never do that. So now, we are here. Last month, after her wedding, we were at a hotel and I was hoping to fool around, and when she told me flat out, I don't want to. I think we should get a divorce. We agreed to do it, but hold off till after the holidays for the kids. She fell asleep 10 minutes later. I laid in bed with tears pouring down my face for 3 hours. Oh. I thought it was going to be the most pain I've ever felt. Oh, now we know that's not going to be. Then there's today. A week ago, she had to go to a party for my daughter's softball team. At midnight, she wasn't home, so I checked our Life 360 app and she was at Applebee's. Weird, but I thought she met her friend for a drink after. Thing is, she was there till 1, but they closed at 12. I asked her where she went, and she said she went to some bar with some people from the party. She never said Applebee's, which was odd. 2 days later, she said her boss told her she had to put a password on her phone because of work emails. Now, I was suspicious. I'm suspicious because normally you'd have a work phone for that. Not your personal phone. Today, her mum called and asked if I could help her and her husband move a rug. So I went to help. When I was done, I'm standing outside and looked on the Life 360 app to see if she had left work. She had, so I decided to try something. My wife has a bad habit of needing to talk on the phone when she drives. So I called her. She was short and said she had to go because she was talking to her mum, who was standing right in front of me. Okay, I went home. When she got there, I asked her how her mum was and if she told her I had seen her today. She said she hadn't and asked where I saw her. I said, at her house, when I called you. Her face dropped. Oh. She tried some half-assed excuses but finally admitted that she had been seeing someone for a few months. So before we agreed to the divorce, I was shell-shocked. I'm shell-shocked too, like, what? 10 minutes later, she was acting like nothing happened. I don't know if it was to not tip off the kids or because she don't care that she crushed me, but I suspect the latter. I couldn't even talk to anyone about it as we've kept it a secret that we agreed to divorce so nobody slipped to my kids. And we had to go to the Christmas village tonight, so we were out all night. My kids knew something was wrong with me, but just thought I was in a bad mood. My son literally said, "You sound hurt." Oh. I don't know what I'm going to do. The prospect of divorce was already stressful enough, and I've lost 20 pounds in the past month without even trying, just figuring out how we can do this without me losing my house. I've spent the last 15 years paying off her 10k in credit card debt, 15k in student loans, and 45k for the car. Now I'm going to owe her at least 40k for the house. Oh my god. It's going to be painful, but I think I can do it. I was finally starting to mentally prepare myself for the divorce, and then this betrayal just hit me like a ton of bricks. I wonder if he can use that against her, the infidelity. I don't know much about it, but I wonder if that can be a factor in it, you know? Because like that obviously is the main reason it's happening, since it's been happening before she suggested a divorce. In the last month, she hurts me more than I ever thought possible. I don't even recognize the woman I married anymore. I don't even know what to do. My daughter's going to be heartbroken when we tell her we're splitting up, but I don't even know if I should tell her about this because I don't want her hating her mum. I'm lost, confused, stressed beyond belief, and heartbroken. And I look at my wife and she looks like she couldn't care less. Thank you for listening. I don't even know if what I wrote is allowed or too much off topic. But either way, I thank you because it was very therapeutic to just type it out and get it off my chest. Even if I'm typing this with more tears streaming down my face. Thank you guys. Wow, so sad. That's a long, I just came into my mind that it's so long, 21 years that they've been together, 16 and a half they've been married, just for that to happen. Crazy. So, like I said at the start of the video, this is a part 1 to a part 2. So yeah, let me know what you thought about this first half of the story in the comments. I can't believe, I always can't believe things in these videos. I can't believe people can do this to other people. I can't believe that she just doesn't care enough. And it's been a few months that she's been seeing this person, so it's probably a big factor in why she wants a divorce. And wasn't being intimate with her husband of 16 and a half years, together for 21. And like I always say, it's always harder with kids, and he is thinking of the kids a lot. But it's probably best to not tell the kid that it's the mum's doing that, because one, it would destroy the kid knowing that. But then also, I don't know, let me know what you would do. Would you want to tell your kids or leave it out of the situation? I think I would leave it out just so the kid can live in bliss, innocence for as long as they can, because I'm sure they'll figure it out when they're older, or it'll come to a conversation when she's older, or the other kid as well, you know. But for now, I'd let them just see that they're splitting and that's it. Before we go, just want to remind you once again of the Patreon channel in the description. Don't forget to subscribe or like if you'd want, and I'll see you in another video, guys. Bye.